Hello, everybody. Today is our first live stream broadcast on Twitter as well as LinkedIn. So I'm going to spend a couple of minutes to see if it is working everywhere on all the platforms. Yes, YouTube done. It's working very well. Let's see about Twitter. Twitter is new today. So let's see how is Twitter performing today. Oh, Twitter is also going very well. I can see the live broadcasting. Wow. You can even live cut here. So join in. You can use this link, the Riverside link. Okay. Let's see how's LinkedIn doing. LinkedIn. Okay, go live LinkedIn. Let's go. Let's go LinkedIn. I wonder how will this network take it all. Next week onwards we will increase. We will. Okay, the stream health is looking good. Next week onwards, we'll add Twitch and Facebook and other whatever platforms are available. I'm pretty excited for doing this. Thanks to Elon Musk and the Twitter team for giving me the live broadcast option. So with this, we'll be able to even do spaces or this is the space. We'll also be able to do podcast recordings where you can participate and join in live. So let's check with the audience if they can hear me. I feel like a commentator right now. I don't know if this is being published as a space or not. It might be just a video podcast. So let's ask for feedback and opinion if they can see. All right, let's see our let's find if our family, our community which joins in every week is available to come in and test this show. So let's go. Zero viewers on Twitter as of now. Yeah, I didn't expect much either. So let's send few of them and check it out. So it does not create a space, it's an actual broadcast, not like a space where people can join. Hmm. Interesting discovery. So we have 1 hour today. Let's find out how it goes. Otherwise, it'll be just the monologue, me sharing my experiences and weekly wrap up verbally. Silk, Swati, Terra Bitcoin. Who else was there previously? Okay, let me just scroll through and find out. Groups, sent on groups. Okay, all good to go. Today we had published H chip episode, which was amazing episode. Very fun, a lot of comedy in it. You can see my ad. We have started a fish and H chip restaurant franchisee and merchandise line. You can collect your merchandises from the given links across the world to your doorstep. T-shirts, pens, hoodies, you name it, you get it. and franchisee business of restaurants, because you can eat food. You can eat vegan chips, and that's something unique about it. So let's see. Oh, I can see two viewers. Dear viewers, if you can see me, join in with the Riverside link which I've sent, so you can hop onto it. I can see two viewers on Twitter, so join in with the link and you can participate. You can join me on a live video call and tell me how is it going. Ask me any questions, and if you have something, just comment it down so I can reply to it. Ask me anything. I really want to use my general knowledge. I'm stuffed with a lot of general knowledge and any kind of knowledge, anything under the sun you can ask, and let's see how we can. Let's see how we do. Let's see how I do on that. We are facing an issue last time about we are juggling between audio system which you cannot hear properly on spaces and then doing the live at the same time on all the other platforms, but only the person speaking or talking on the voice call was able to hear. So we are testing out this new way of giving a platform to the artist, giving a way for community engagement. So join in, and we can even start with making a doodle, coming together and making a doodle. So let me know we have joined. When you have joined in, it will be a lot of fun. Let's see who's around. Okay, so Alexa is playing the live broadcast. I don't know where she's getting the signals from, but this is how it is. Hmm. So live broadcasting, Rocklaz radio live broadcasting for the first time on Twitter. We had done a couple of times on YouTube in couple of past weeks. This is the first time on Twitter and LinkedIn. So welcome to the show. Feel free to ask any questions. You can hop in on the Riverside link on the tweet and let me see where I can put it on LinkedIn. So once you hop in, you can also start presenting and sharing your work. We can visually see your work by screen share. So that's another feature of this, what we are doing today. So join in. And I was talking about H Chip's episode. He is really taken it to the next level by doxing himself and by giving his putting out his secrets, and we discussed about high performance athletes, high performance scientists, and how we can be high performance in our own lives. So you got to check that episode out, episode 63 of Rocklaz Radio. Yes, you can see him wearing a sock, but then later on he removes it, so you'll actually be able to see him. He does look like Gordon Ramsay, right? Yeah, I even thought so, and I've made a fun video where you can see him like Gordon Ramsay. Let me see if I can find that and share that. Um, okay, so we are on LinkedIn now. Let me share to our LinkedIn friends if they want to join in, a link for them to join in. Yeah, join in with this link and ask me anything. Okay, done. Let's see who is going to join in from LinkedIn, and checking back into Rocklaz YouTube. Still waiting for people to join. We have got 2 viewers and 2 views so far. Going well. Hmm. How is this? Okay, tell me, why do people watch game? I mean, other people playing game. I see video game live streams, and twitching is a big phenomena in US. I don't know why it is not so popular in India. But if you watch them, or if you're a streamer yourself, let me know. We'll love to give you a shout out and find about you. On the coming episodes of Rocklaz Radio, we have Ombeline, or Cabline as she is known for. She is the first employee of Object.com. She's also curator at Object One, and she's a wonderful collector, wonderful curator, art curator. She answers all questions about Tezos and Object as a place for you to sell your NFTs. So yeah, do check it out. That episode will come out on Tuesday, if not later. So really fun episode, which you can see. Okay, I just realized that I've shared the tweet link instead of the Riverside link on LinkedIn. So I'm just going to recheck that and confirm that. Okay, so LinkedIn. How many all of you are active on LinkedIn? I am. I've started putting out Rocklaz episodes there and promoting there, and it's a good way to find out guests. Guests also can join in. It's good to find out and research guests from there. Okay, so let me share about the book that I'm reading. I am reading a couple of books at the same time. One of them is Practice by Seth Goden. This is the second book I'm reading of his short, very short books and amazing books to read. This book Practice is about how to be an artist. It's just about practice and different angles of be about practicing. It's just about showing up. Amazing quotes and thoughts that I keep tweeting out and sharing with you all. The other book, which I'm really a big fan of, is E Myth. I highly recommend everybody to watch that, read that. I hope we can get the author of E Myth on the show. He has got a solid, amazing story. So, E Myth is about putting everything into a process, offloading it to people, the repetitive task, or doing whatever work you have, whatever business you have, as if it's a corporate joint stock or big listed company, having different departments, having a CEO, sales manager, marketing manager, production manager, making a chart of that and filling out, writing roles. Initially, maybe you'll just write your name for the roles or your immediate fellows' names in the roles there. But then as you start preparing it, you can pass it on to the other guest. For example, you start with sales. You are a sales manager. You are also a frontline sale employee. So you start creating a SOP, standard of process. Um, it's a document which has details about what what is to be done, what is to be said, what is to be worn, what to do if X situation arises. It's a complete booklet about what to do when, and that with that things are very streamlined. Things are in control. You can actually invest time in doing business and doing research instead of regular work or some place that requires your attention or your skills will be required more over there. For example, for the podcast that I'm creating, editing is a very repetitive and a task that we need to keep coming up. Like, that takes up a lot of time, which I can easily offload. But If you are a viewer who is interested in editing, you can text me and we'll onboard you. So I've made a standard process SOP for all the editing steps, how to publish it. I'm making a whole protocol and a whole system by which I can share it with others and upload it to the team, and I can focus on inviting guests. So I think that's a very critical task of a podcast host. So I will offload. Finding guests takes a lot of time. Good guest, higher quality guest. So we'll be able to do that. I'll be able to also work in raising funds or getting sponsorship. The essence of that book is making life easy by making it into a process. So that's a wonderful thought that I'm gaining. And he also says that minimum the people you need to employ, the employees or the new joinees you will take, they don't need to be the best of the best. They can have the minimum required skills and still work with the system just by following the system or the process. If you hire best of the best and you don't have a system, you will depend on their whims, on their moods, and the work of the company or the future of the company will depend on if they're working today or how's their mood today. So not something not so cool to do. You can also save cost if you have minimum required skills for that position. And I would also love to teach them. So with this stand, I would love to have people who are interested in learning. I've accumulated a lot of experience in podcasting, in meeting people and talking people, inviting people. So that whole set of things are available for you. You can learn a lot of things doing this process, editing and publishing. So join in if you're a listener who's interested. You can join in. The goal of this podcast is to bring smiles on people's faces by igniting curiosity and expanding minds. We have guests from different countries, different from guests from different skill sets, different backgrounds who come in and share their life and their work and experience. We have had Paxful CEO, we have had Army General, doctors, art historians, collectors, artists, a marine biologist. That episode is very interesting of Zach Cole. You should definitely check it out. And many, many more. We are also on a mission to talk to each and every people in all the countries of the world. So I'll be putting out list for which countries I am looking for next. You can send in your recommendation or suggest friends from there. A major goal of the Rocklaz radio is to bring Elon Musk on the show. Yes, that will be so awesome to bring Elon Musk, and I'm looking forward to talk to Elon Musk. If the Twitter algorithm is listening to him, please notify him that we are looking forward to have him on our show. The host is based in India, but a lot of things to talk, especially space. We have our own space agency, ISRO, and I've heard you also commenting on its success. So join in. I would love to talk to you. I want to find out how Elon's mind works. How does he process and keep so many information from so many diverse things, right from electric vehicles to space to sustainable energy to boring company and now Twitter, social media. And he was also into finance. He has done the PayPal. He has founded PayPal. How are you able to get all those information, keep them, and implement them? Whatever ideas you get, you're very quick at implementing them. raising a company around it, gathering people, like minded people, the best of the best people, and getting work done from them. That was my Alexa remind me to take a break. So, Elon, I want to know how you do this. How are you able to build these systems? As you're talking about E-Myth, Elon has also made systems. How do you make systems in all these companies? How are you able to get work done or find these amazing people? What is the first step you take? The first employee you hired? And how has it grown since then? We would really love to know that. I also like your work ethic. I've been following and realizing that 100 hours work week. By past week, I'd work 14 to 16 hours per day. So that's definitely equal to or more than 100 hours a week. It really feels good. I feel in the state of flow. My mind is in the state of flow. I am able to get a lot of work done and it feels alive. It brings in quality and a sense of being alive. So I am really enjoying it. Once I'm able to get to this, I think I'm a generalist. So, as a generalist, I have a wide range of knowledge and expertise. So, probably I can do many things in many fields, or maybe just be a consultant for each field. So, if you're watching this later on, ask me questions. I'm really looking forward to hear your questions and answer them and interact with you. No matter which field, anything under the sun is welcome and um, enjoyable. So let's do something. Let's ask as we have to complete this 1 hour, no matter if anybody comes or doesn't come. I'm going to go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to ask me questions. So let's see what ChatGPT asks, and I will try to answer all these questions. I'm live streaming. Ask me, give me a list of random questions. I will try to answer them. Hmm, this is very interesting and he's very good at it. So, first is what is your favorite hobby and why? The whatever work I'm doing, it becomes my favorite hobby. So, currently, my hobby is to do podcasting, talking to people. I'm trying to get, uh, I'm trying to talk to people every day, one guest every day, and then editing and publishing it. That is my ongoing hobby. Second hobby is I love to create art. I'm an artist, so that also brings me an sense of flow state of mind. So it's really wonderful to be in that flow state of mind and get your thoughts onto paper, into artwork. Yeah, it's quite a wonderful feeling. Oh, now I see why our community is not here because there is a live space ongoing on other platform, but it's okay. I am really having a good time doing this monologue and doing a Seth Goden style episode of Rocklaz Radio where I'm just sharing all my knowledge under the sun. So that was about my hobby. I also like to travel, ride my bike and go to places. It's good. This chat GPT is giving me a feel of asking questions to myself. It's like chat GPT is interviewing me. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it? This question was asked in one of the space earlier, and I really think Professor Xavier X from X-Men. His power and skills of assembling team, finding top talent would be amazing to have. Even if it means I lose the ability to walk, that's okay. But being in the leadership position, assembling a team, and p- saving the I mean, they save the world in the movie, but to embark on something noble, something new, something that leads the human race forward, that's something I'd like to do. That's the superpower I would love to have. What is your favorite book and movie of all time and why? Hmm. Well, I think Godfather is my favorite movie. That's the first thing that came to my mind. And book, I would say Think and Grow Rich because that's the only book I have read many times, 6 to 7 times I've read, and I really enjoy it. Yeah, I read mostly books in the self help and non fiction category, and movies I like to watch in fiction, and of course biographies, but mostly fiction, anime, and something that is unreal, something that is beyond imagination or understanding. Stories from different parts of life, stories from different people. A compliment to myself, I see that I'm not using any filler words this time in this conversation with you because that was a thing I wanted to improve on last time. Not using filler words, and I think it's going pretty well. Comment down and let me know how do you find this today's live stream. The next question is, if you could travel in anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? Hmm. First thought is Mount Everest, top of Mount Everest, because getting to the top is very difficult, and if I could just get there, it would be pretty cool. Uh, Traveling is, it's not one place, right? You get different experiences, knowledge, and from traveling to different places, I would love to explore culture of different places and different lands. That would be pretty awesome. And I'd love to travel to Australia or southern hemisphere countries because weather and things are different at that time. I'd gone to London recently, so I have been on the north side on latitude longitude wise, so I can experience the shorter days and longer days phenomenon. But I want to go to the south, southern hemisphere to experience weathers in different months. So we it's summer right now in India, and it must be winter there. Southern hemisphere is having peak winter season, so that'd be something fun to experience. What is the most challenging thing you have ever done, and how did you overcome it? Oh my god, this is a tough question that I asked people on the show, and this is even a question that Elon Musk asked his employees. I got to think about it. First thing that comes to my mind is Simagin. Simagin was the biggest college festival of my college that I had organized. It was a challenge because to assemble a team, first of all, and to make that a success by overcoming all the hurdles we had to get a lot of permissions, not just from the principals and the administration were against it, but also from the police and people around, people related to that. So we overcame that. There were a lot of problems of ego till the end. I got a lot of learning to do in that. But the challenges I overcame was just by doing it, by being consistent, by making sure that I see the process through, no matter how big or small it is. I had a very, very big vision for it, and I was going out to. I started it 11 months early, and I was like starting a memorandum or like a making a constitution for that new event, something like that, and inviting people from different countries of the world, having MUN, all kind of events in one. We really had a good show. We had a lot of simultaneous events running around, and it was the biggest event for many many more years after it was done by us. So it was a challenge to go along with smarter people, but a good experience to overcome that and go ahead. If somebody will ask me this question again in 5 to 7 years down the line, I will be surely talking about podcasting, because it's really challenging to invite host and talk to them and be consistent at it. Yeah, this is another challenge that I had. Being consistent, whatever I start, seeing it to completion was a challenge for me. I had, because of my diverse interest in many things, I was always trying out different things but quitting before it was complete. But I've proven to myself and I've overcome the challenge by showing consistency and determination, because I've been doing these Twitter spaces for 69 weeks. Every single week, no matter what, no matter where I am in the world, we have been having that show. I've been doing podcast every single week. We have had 63 episodes so far. Of course, some weeks were skipped, but many podcast hosts give up in after 10 episodes. We are at 63 now, soon to reach 100. My focus now is to have one ghost every day or have two guests every day. I guess I said ghost, but that is something I would love to do. Podcast, I was in the thoughts about what actually is podcast. Why do people actually, what value does a podcast host provide? Very interesting conversation and topics came up on that. I will share that in the next live stream, so stay tuned for that. Next question from my interviewer ChatGPT is, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be and why would you ask and what would you ask them? Wow. This is one of our signature questions in Rocklaz radio, but it's about three people. What are three people, living or dead, that you'd like to have lunch with? So chat as my interviewer specifically asking me about historical figure, first person came to my mind was Einstein, but I really want to talk to Shivaji Maharaj. What a person, what a brilliant person. Such innate talent for administration, so much grit from from where he started to what he has done. He inspired next generations to come to conquer the whole empire, the whole Mughal empire or the whole India. He started as a small subedar of Nizam Shahi, of Adil Shahi, and how he worked around. It is amazing, really, really awesome. So if you're listening to this clip, we would really love to have Medha Bhaskaran ma'am on the show. She is actually from the city where I am in right now, and we would love to have. She is a researcher on Shivaji and Sambhaji Maharaj now. She has written books with so much details on Shivaji. The book which I would highly recommend is Challenging Destiny. Must watch, must read. All right, and what would it be, and what would I ask him? What would I ask him? I would I would probably ask him about the same questions that I'm having right these days is how to start up, how to have a team, how to implement those strategies, whatever he thought he used to go and implement. He had so great administrative things, control, inspiring people about how to do things. He had different ingenious ways of earning revenues other than looting and plunging villages. He was brilliant. I see something similar in Modi ji right now. He is a very strict administrator, and we can see the progress of India. I'm very glad to be living in this time with him. Even Sri Ravi Shankar, he has also inspired so many individuals. He has 100, 200 IIT folks and IIM people working in the organization. He travels so much, talks to so many people. It's really wonderful. I hope I can gain that wisdom somehow from some place. All right. So, what would be really good to meet Shivaji Maharaj, go on a tour with him, or just observe his conversations in the court. Next question. What is your favorite quote and why does it resonate with you? What is my favorite quote and why does it resonate with me? First, hmm, everything is changing, nothing is permanent. This is a brilliant quote that I like and it resonates. We fall into so much worrying about the future if we are going to make it or not going to make it. How is it going to go? How are people around me going to do? Things like that. Loss or grief for some things. But just knowing the fact that eternal, everything is changing and nothing is permanent is quite liberating. I had done NFT on this. You'd love to see that NFT. I'm actually standing in that animation with that huge, humongous painting I had done, converted into artwork, whose title was also Everything is Changing, Stop Worrying and Start Living. So that's a quote, and that's the first quote that came to my mind. But I love quotes. I keep reading. As I keep reading in Kindle, I keep marking the quotes and going back to them to check them out. Okay. Just testing in how many people, if anybody has commented, so I can answer your specific comments. Next time, I want to do it on Twitch and see how it works on Twitch. So, yeah, Twitch. Twitch is the best platform for live streaming. I've heard so, but mostly used by gamers. This is a good interview. I'm opening up about so many things to so many questions that nobody had asked me. Definitely, this will be a historic recording when you listen to it few years from now, or even many many decades from now. If you could learn any new skills instantly, what would it be and why? Hmm. Skills. What skills do I need to learn? Well, whatever skills I need, I'm actually learning and implementing it. Most critical were video editing, skills that were number one skills that were very critical for podcasting. Number two was inviting guests, reaching out to guests. I think that's a skill. So I'm working on that. What is some other skill that I would want to learn immediately? Skills to, I know it's getting repetitive, but skill to hire or bring together a team and implement this project and start businesses and engage myself in new ventures and projects, or doing something more creative instead of repetitive. So that's a skill that I would love to learn instantly. Probably you could just download a chip and make to learn. Also, skills of making active income, that would be something interesting to learn. Making active money by doing the things that you're doing. So in podcasting, you have to reach a certain goal. How quickly can you reach 1 million viewers or subscribers? After, I mean, you have to be at the top of the pit, top of the pile that you are in to start earning money. That's what I've heard from some amazing entrepreneurs who have made it. So that is there. But what is how to maintain a cash flow till then? So we are open to subscribers. Patreon is there for you to contribute from $1 to hundreds of dollars per month if you like, and support what I'm doing. I can use my skills to earn money quickly by doing commercial things on or freelancing or other things like making videos and logos and just taking whatever work is available. But I don't think that would be fulfilling. I mean, you get to live and experience this age and time only once. So why not do what your natural self aligns with or pulls towards? So that's what I'm trying. Yeah, those are the skills that I'm looking for. And also this book which I read that I highly recommend, as it's a video space. I can actually show you the book instead of having to tweet it out or something. Go get your copy of this. One of my affiliate link is there in the comments in the thread, so you can check it out. The Artist Way, fantastic book. So why I remembered of this is there's an amazing quote she says about money. When you do things you like, then the money starts coming. So it's like Maya. You don't chase and come. Well, I shouldn't be making doing a lot of philosophies on money right now. Like people only listen, or it would be very good to talk about money when I have sufficient experience in that area. So stay tuned for all those years. We will come back to this topic and talk again. Yeah, like Shah Rukh Khan also says, you talk philosophical things only when you're rich. Okay. Next question. What is your biggest fear and how do you cope with it? My biggest fear is one of two's: fear of missing out on trends or technologies, or fear of wasting time, or fear of future regrets that I've wasted a lot of time. And how do I cope with it? I cope with it by telling myself that I believe in myself, I have faith in myself and confidence in the work I'm doing. And past has been a destiny, future is a choice. There is always a divine plan for me. Whatever thoughts or inspirations I get are from the divine. So I'm taken care of. So whatever I do, whatever ways I am meant to be or will be, I'll try to do my best, live up to my full potential. Next question. I really hope the mic is working. I have to go back and see if all the mic and all the setup is working, because you see, we have done a lot of branding this time, and we have got Rocklaz logos here. This is the cover of the podcast. This is Rocklaz written in Devanagari in Hindi, and of course, this is my photo, which has become an icon, which is for the show or for my personality or as a brand image. So I was able to bring this mic flag today and put it on. Next streams I can also talk about productivity. I have been Very proud of having productive days and times. Okay, Tara is texting me that I don't have face to show on the on the space, so you can just join in. Join in with the cam off. So yeah, Terra Bitcoin is amazing friend. I'm very happy to have him. He's very consistent on our spaces. We used to have a lot of spaces, 100, 200 people on live spaces, but as you see, the NFT market has gone down. There's a lot of realization or recession or many things you can talk about it, but people used to come for shilling, for presenting their work. That's why they used to even wait for long hours and talk about their works and do it. How else can I used to measure my measure my productivity or success of the show by how many people have joined in. So now that's not the case because people or listeners, you listeners, why have you come in or why have you not come in? Totally depends on if you are finding or not finding value in what I'm saying. But there's another factor that this is you don't even know about it. So we'll take care of that. I'll do more marketing and try to reach you. But once you have known about this, coming or not coming depends on the value I'm providing. So do ask, share comments. I would love to provide as much value as I can for you in whatever ways I can, in whatever things I can. So I'll keep doing that. Keep striving for doing that. Other popular spaces are more like news channels, which like stock market news channels, which tell you which price is going up, which is going down, and there's discussion on that. So people coming in are more from the motive of getting tips or insights from live conversations on trading or something. Other popular spaces are where they're collectors in NFT space. When they're collectors, a lot of people will join in to have the conversation with them and be able to present their work and get it collected. So yeah, that's the main factor in NFT spaces. Third would be something really, really informative and niche topic where a person having a lot of those, a community based around that topic joins in and discuss those topics. That was a cool segue. Now get back to the questionnaire. Just let me have a look at reverse side if anybody has joined or not. Okay, no problem. If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be and why? Frankly, I there's nothing I could change. I mean, I'm well aware about the fact that everything keeps changing. Nothing is permanent, so there's pretty much nothing I would love to or I would want to change about the world. But if you if I really think hard, what can be changed in the world? Okay, first thoughts are normalizing being normal, normalizing um, being a solopreneur or working from home. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, eventually will do that. Many of the people already know about it. So yes. Mm, what else? What else about the world I would like to change? What are the social problems that I see? Education system. It would have been great to have a different education system, but I'm pretty sure the new syllabus and the new items the government is bringing in is pretty good for the students here. So our futures or our goals are dependent on what knowledge or what thoughts we consume, right? Growing up, that's how we set our goals, and that's what we want to do when we get there. So that could be slightly different. I'm seeing chicken salad. Probably he could join in this space. Let me see if he's available to join. Chicken salad is a lot of fun. I'm able to think of a lot of jokes when chicken salad joins in. And thinking of the jokes is also a very standard thing in my Twitter spaces. So let me pull out my magic and tell you some jokes. So, are you ready for it? Are you ready for the joke? This will be first time you'll be able to see me telling the joke because more often than not, I'm the one laughing at those jokes, even if you laugh or not. So, very cringe-worthy jokes that will definitely make you smile. One day, I said, Siri, I failed my final exams. Can you tell me a joke to cheer me up? She said, what is the difference between you and your grandma? I asked, what? She said, your grandma passed. Oh my god. Yeah, one of my grandma has passed. But yeah, that is cool. This is a good one. What did an obtuse angle say to the right angle? So, gonna take a couple of seconds to think. It said, you think you're smart because you are always right? That's what she said. Hmm. So those are two jokes from today. Should I or should I not tell a third one? Okay, just let's hear the third one. Why didn't the table get invited for an office conference? Because he refused to chair the meeting. Yeah, you can pause the video and laugh at it, or rewind and listen and come back to it, laugh at it again and come back. So let's take one more question and pack the show as we are reaching 1 hour mark. What is your favorite memory from childhood and why does it stand out to you? First thoughts that first memory that comes to my mind is the time when I had I had to travel from my boarding school to my home. It used to take like 5 hours one way. So it was amazing. My father used to come to pick me up and we would have amazing conversations in the car and the excitement of going home, and yeah, that's the memory that came to my mind. Even I have noticed something. When I used to come from the school to the home, I had many things to talk about. But when I used to go from home to school, I used to be quiet, like just sitting there. But we used to have a lot of good conversations. So really fun memories. Okay, can we take one more? If you had a time machine, what would you go to the past or the future and what would you do there? Well, This is another signature questions of our questions. I know it's right to say that I neither want to go in the past or present and just live in the present moment. With the sake of argument or giving, just straight away giving the point, I would say I would love to go to the future, you know. Yeah, past will also be interesting, but future would be more fun. I would like to go to as far in the future as possible and experience what is happening there, what new technology is happening, or I would be primitive or seem like a retard in there because nobody understands me, or it would be difficult for me to grasp what is going on there initially. But I'm pretty confident that I would get a hang of it in a couple of days. I've actually written an article on this about traveling into past and traveling into future. Time travel is another amazing genre that I love. So you can check out my blog on my website. You can see the blog and read that blog. Very interesting about if you went 500 years back, 1000 years back, would you do? A lot of those references have been inspired by this book called Sapiens, and I mean all the three books of Noval uh, Yuval Noah Harari. So do check it out. Amazing book, recommended by many people. You might also like it. So check it out. That's it. Thank you all for joining. Or no thanks to you for not joining. But I'm happy. It was a good experience. I love to explore and experience new things. And I'm not going to delete this recording. It's going to be there because I really like doing this and answering those questions myself and having a one-way conversation. Wow, it was like speaking in an open diary. It's always a lot of fun to have people also and hear their stories. I used to be asking them questions. It felt like I was being asked questions. Eh, yeah, that's it. Signing off for the day. Today was amazing. Go check out the podcast Rocklaz Radio and the recent episode of H Chip. Go get your fish and H Chip merchandise. If you have any recommendation for the guest you would like to have on the future shows, do drop a recommendation on that. And see you soon in the next week. I'll come prepared with a new topic or just talk my mind like I did today. In case anybody joins or not, I would love to share my experience and have a podcast or experience like Akimbo. So, catch you all in the next week.